Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. This is a continuation in regards to the plans of the powers that were at this particular time with this upcoming solar eclipse, which is going to come around on April 8th. Okay. And so I've been telling you all about this series that my spiritual team just threw in front of me within the past couple of days called Theodosia on BYU TV on the smart TVs. And this particular series has revealed quite a few things, especially surrounding the solar eclipse. It's mainly talking about the solar eclipse and how the powers that were, they're very fixated on using Egyptian dark magic to create chaos and to throw off the energy of the masses of humanity, because the whole objective is to establish power, to maintain their position of power. So all throughout this particular series, they're constantly saying hell adept, hell apep, chaos is coming, all hell apep, chaos is coming. So they repeat this over and over again throughout this series here. And as you all know, based on what I showed you the last couple of messages, Apep is the name of the 3 rocket ships that they are shooting up towards the solar eclipse on April 8th. Okay. And so this series has given me a lot of insight. I want you all to watch this clip, and then we're going to go on to further discuss what this clip is about. So just listen out. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment below if you have anything to add here. Pay attention to this next scene that's coming up.
Reports in from our brothers and sisters in Washington, D.C. The obelisk they had built is working.
And the White House?
It's burning. The government has collapsed. Same as here.
Our Pep will be pleased. Has there been any sight of the girl?
So what she mentioned in this particular clip, she said the obelisk in Washington, D.C. is flagging, and that the Washington government has crashed. So obviously once that actually takes place, that brings about a whole lot of chaos. And so that's why the reptilian that you see there said Apep would be proud, because Apep, again, is the god of chaos, wickedness, and evil. And it is also the direct opposition of the god Ma'at, which is the god of righteousness, as well as the opposition of Ra, which is the sun god. And so this scene in regards to Washington, D.C. and the obelisk, keep in mind this obelisk is in many different places around the world, but what stands out for me is the one in London. There's one in New York. There's one in Washington, D.C. There are quite a few, but those 3 stand out for some reason for me right now. And, you know, I was born in Washington, D.C., but whenever I've gone back and forth to visit Washington, D.C., there was always a darkness that was there, like a literal darkness. It was always rare for me to actually go to Washington, D.C., and it's a sunny day and the energy was light. It was always low vibrational. And it wasn't until I awakened, I was there a couple of years ago, and I would ride around the city of Washington, D.C., saying prayers and casting out all of the spell work and the darkness that the powers that were had created. And I rode past the obelisk in Washington, D.C. specifically, and was sending out energy of clearing any spell work or wicked rituals they were using in order to maintain their position of power. So that's a strong suggestion for any of you who are in those particular regions, whether you're around the obelisk in New York, Washington, D.C., or London, or, you know, wherever you are. So moving forward about this particular scene, she said that the obelisk was flagging because they are using the energy of the obelisk in order to maintain their position of power. The obelisk actually represents immortality and longevity of authority, and also serve to connect the heavens and the earth. So these obelisks are actually directly connected. They're hoping to utilize whatever rituals they have done with these obelisks is connected to the solar eclipse that's coming up. The one that has been erected, I believe the one that's been erected in New York was actually named after their Roman god Sol, who is supposed to be the protector of soldiers, but it's also supposed to be the Roman sun god as well. So consider all of these things that they have put up have meaning, okay? The obelisk that they have out in London, that one in particular was actually stolen from Egypt and taken out to London, okay? So they're utilizing these things in hopes that it will actually amplify the rituals and the magic that they've been doing to create eternal power and immortality. They're hoping that they're able to use that to give them longevity. Also consider the association between the two terms obelisk and obliques. The obliques deals with the abs, right? It's in the area of the solar plexus. And when we think about the solar plexus is also solar, which is talking about like the solar energy of the solar rays from the sun. This energy, when it is blocked, actually creates, if a person has a blocked solar plexus, they're very chaotic in their energy, very controlling, overbearing, aggressive, angry, like they lack control. But when your solar plexus is balanced, you are in that I do. It's that affirmation of I do. You are in control of your actions and you are self-governing. And so a large part of why in this particular series, they kept saying chaos is coming. In the series, they actually wanted to create chaos. They wanted everybody in an uproar, in an upheaval, because their whole objective is to do away with law, do away with integrity, do away with anything that would keep a person, from practicing wicked deeds or evil deeds. They wanted all of that erased so that it's a free for all. And once you're in that position, then there's an authority that they feel they might have to destroy everything and to start all over again, right? And so that's really the objective at this time, is to throw off the energy of the masses. That's the hand that they're playing here. That's the strategy. Throw off your energy so that you are out of control, overly aggressive, angry, acting out without any self-discipline. So I strongly suggest that you all purchase some solar plexus crystals. Wear a solar plexus pendant around your neck, especially during this solar eclipse specifically, because I feel like that's going to enhance your solar plexus, enhance your personal power and your personal will, your willpower and your strength, your confidence and your ability to, tap into what you're here for, It's really going to enhance you a lot, but we have to do also a declaration to destroy any wicked rituals that are being used connected to the obelisk. Okay. They're also AKA the Cleopatra's needle. That's also another name for the obelisk that they have. Those statues, they're also called the Cleopatra's needle. So like I said, they have erected these particular statues for themselves in a way of creating immortality and eternal power. And it's very important to pay attention. If you have a chance to watch this particular series, you'll be able to see the messages that's coming through. It's not the most, it's not going to capture you to the degree where it's like, oh, this is good. But it's certain points throughout that particular series where it's like, wow, okay, now I get it. I understand this connection to this, why they're using this particular name for these rocket ships, what the whole objective is when it comes to the connection to the solar eclipse and, what they're trying to create as a result of this energy and what we can do in order to offset it. Because now we understand what hand they're playing. And so we understand how to move when it comes to our prayers to the Most High, working with our spiritual team and whatever rituals and declarations you're putting out there. You understand what you're targeting and why you're targeting it. But I wanted you all to see that particular clip so that you can understand that there's a direct connection between the APAP, the three rocket ships, the god called APAP, which is the god of evil and chaos, their desire to throw off the balance of your solar plexus specifically. Okay. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's like if they try to do something that causes like an eruption of anger, some form of chaos, some form of feeling like out of control, like you don't have much control over what's happening around you, or if they try to create some form of a, you know, viral infection that, you know, causes issues with the solar plexus, the stomach specifically. But I would just say stay in alignment with the energy, stay up on what's going on, do what's necessary ahead of time to get that gut health in alignment, to focus on healing the solar plexus, and to, you know, do the rituals, say the prayers, and just, you know, pay attention, because it's all about creating chaos. That's the objective of the 3 rocket ships that's going up under the so-called god Apep, okay? So that's my message for you all. I hope this brought you a little bit more clarity about what's going on. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all next time. Pay attention to this next scene that's coming up.
Reports in from our brothers and sisters in Washington, D.C. The obelisk they had built is working.
And the White House?
It's burning. The government has collapsed. Same as here.
Our Pep will be pleased. Has there been any sight of the girl?
I want you all to see this scene here. Pay close attention to what they say towards the end of the scene.
No. The amulet has a transformation.
They're talking about the Eye of Horus. They're trying to find it.
I'm working on it.
Looks like you're running out of time.
Don't worry about me. I'll get us the eye.
No need. Our master has made other plans.
She said, our master has made other
They
plans.
don't concern you.
All hail our Pep.
Chaos is coming.
Chaos is coming is what she said. Watch what she shows him on the newspaper. Y'all see that? The solar eclipse.